Join me as I dive deep into the mysteries of what happens after we die and see if I can uncover the truth. Death, the ultimate unknown. It's a topic that has fascinated and terrified humans for centuries, and yet, despite our best efforts, we still can't seem to wrap our heads around what happens after we take our last breath. From the afterlife to reincarnation and near-death experiences to the concept of nothingness, there are countless beliefs and theories about what awaits us on the other side. But how do we separate fact from fiction, and what can we know about the great beyond? Understanding death is daunting. Not only is it a profoundly personal and emotional topic, but it's also shrouded in mystery. Different cultures and belief systems have unique perspectives on the afterlife. Even within those belief systems, there's often disagreement and uncertainty. Some people believe in a heaven or hell, while others think we're reincarnated into new bodies, or that our consciousness ceases to exist. The point is that there's no right answer, which makes this topic fascinating. One of the biggest challenges we face when trying to understand death is that it's an experience that's inherently subjective. We can't observationally study it and ask those who have gone through it for their input. All we can do is try to piece together our evidence. And that's precisely what's led to so many different beliefs and theories. From a cultural perspective, different societies have developed ways of coping with death. From the Egyptians' elaborate tombs to the Tibetan Buddhist concept of bardo. But despite these differences, there's one thing that unites us all: our fear of the unknown. Death is the one aspect of human life that we can't control, and that's what makes it so unsettling. We can plan and prepare for almost everything else, but when it comes to death, we're forced to confront the reality of our mortality. And that's a scary thing. Let's dive into some of the perspectives on the afterlife that have been proposed over the centuries. From a scientific viewpoint, we have the concept of consciousness as an emergent brain property. This suggests that our conscious selves cease to exist when our physical bodies die. On the other hand, many religious beliefs propose the existence of a soul that continues after death, often in a spiritual realm. Philosophically, we have ideas like Plato's concept of the afterlife as a place where souls are judged, punished, or rewarded. Then there are the more mystical and spiritual perspectives, which propose the idea of reincarnation or the transmigration of souls. In these belief systems, our consciousness or soul continues after death, often in a new body or form. Some people also believe in the collective unconscious, where our consciousnesses are connected to a larger shared reality. And, of course, some believe that death is simply the end, that there's no afterlife or continuation of consciousness. One of the most compelling arguments I've come across is that consciousness is not solely in the brain. This perspective suggests that our conscious experience is not limited to our physical bodies and could continue after death. I know this sounds like some sci-fi fantasy, but hear me out. There are countless stories of near-death experiences where people have reported feeling a sense of detachment from their bodies, seeing things that they couldn't have seen from their physical perspective, and experiencing a profound sense of peace and unity. Take, for example, the story of Pam Reynolds, who underwent a rare type of brain surgery called a standstill operation. During the procedure, her body was cooled to a temperature of around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Her heart was stopped, and her brain waves were flattened to a near flatline state. In other words, she was clinically dead. And yet, despite being in this state, Reynolds reported having an out-of-body experience where she saw the operating room from above, watched the surgeons working on her, and even saw her deceased grandmother. So, what can we take away from all of this? The truth is, we still don't know what happens after we die. Death remains one of life's greatest mysteries, and it continues to fascinate and terrify us. However, we can say that our beliefs and theories about the afterlife are as diverse and complex as humanity itself. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear from you. What do you believe happens after we die? Do you think there's an afterlife, or do you believe that death is simply the end? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in exploring more mysteries of the universe, check out my video on the nature of time itself.